Oh, move. I know that you're out here and there's things you gotta go through. Just know that these streets just don't love you.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. We're back with another video. It's my second video and I'm excited because hopefully this one is way better than the last one. I'm also excited because the hard part is out of the way for me. So now it's like I'm just FaceTiming myself, but I'm good with that. So before I start the video, I would like to say two things. I still don't have a camera yet, so this video will look pretty much like the last one. And also, I am going through medical conditions and the doctor prescribed me candy. So if I pop open a Jolly Rancher during my story time, don't assume I'm ratchet, because I'm not. Okay, the only thing ratchet is this wig and hat that I had to put on because I'm not slaying my natural hair right now, but I am slaying natural face, baby. Okay, and yeah, if I drink some tea or open a Jolly Rancher, I'm not ratchet. I'm just soothing. I'm soothing. Okay, so let's hop right into this video. So story time. Story time number one. Here we go. I'm pretty sure there are two sides to every story. That's what everybody says, right? But this is how I took this experience and how I perceived it. So this is my side of the story. For a year and 2 months, I was a Lyft driver, and I loved it. I loved being able to help other people while being in my own environment. I was comfortable. I could listen to music. I could sing my heart out, which is one of my passions, and I could sightsee. I saw a bunch of stuff in the city that I live in that I had never seen before. And it was just pretty cool in any types of weather, not exactly rain, but mostly in the summertime. It was pretty nice to see just like the sunset or the sunrise and just to be in my own element. Of course, you know your car better than anybody else, and you know your car better than anybody else's. So I was pretty in love with my work environment, so to speak. Excuse me. But so this video will be about my scariest Lyft ride that I've given as a Lyft driver. It happened last year, and I'm not naming any names. I'm not giving any locations. I'm just gonna tell a story. So I'll give you a second. Grab your drink, get your blanket, because it's a little chilly outside, and get ready for the story time. Okay, you got it? You ready? Cool. So one afternoon as I was driving, I got a request. When the request comes up, it's either a name and a picture or just a name with no picture. And mine had no picture, just a name. But I don't remember names. Like I said, I'm not doing names, I'm not doing locations. But I picked this guy up from a bank. And he got in the car, he sat down. You know, most of my riders, when they got in, they said hi. He said hi, I said hi. And the ride was silent. If a rider wants to talk or needs to vent or something, most of the time I'll listen, but otherwise it's just music. You can vibe out, just relax and enjoy the ride and get to your destination. So he got in the car, said hi, I said hi. And sometimes riders also ask you if it's alright to make an extra stop. Now, usually if the stop is not out the way, or if it's not a significant time cruncher, like it's not taking up so much of your time to make an extra stop, You say yes, and you take them to the extra stop before you take them to the actual destination for which you were requested for. So he asked if on the way to his destination that I could stop at a little side 7-Eleven so he could get something and then take him to his destination. So I said sure. I didn't mind. So when we pulled up to 7-Eleven, he got out the car and I noticed that he had all the sensors on all the clothes that he was wearing. My mind immediately went to, am I giving a criminal a ride? Because that's not normal for me to see. Now, I don't know his life situation, and I'm not judging, but I didn't want to be an accessory to anything because I was only 21 at the time. I don't want my name on nothing. I don't want my name on anything I didn't do and that I wasn't involved in. I hadn't been at the mall that day. I hadn't been at the mall previously. So I didn't want anything. I didn't want to be accessory to anything, okay? I don't want to go to jail. And so I immediately panicked and I called my mom. So I called my mom and I said, Mom. And she was at work. I was like, Mom, I think I'm giving a ride to a criminal. And she said, what makes you think that? And I was like, because he has all the sensors on his clothes. And I'd never seen that before. So I was like, what do I do? And she said, you don't do anything. And so I was like, I don't want to be accessory to a crime. And she's like, no, it's not your business. You don't say anything. So then, I don't know if he had just stole something from the 7-Eleven. But so the sensors was already a red flag to me. So in my mind, I'm like, pay attention. Then, as he was leaving the 7-Eleven, walking towards my car, I noticed he had everything in his pockets. He had everything he went in there to get in his pockets. No bag, just in the pockets. And so I was like, okay. So then I hung up the phone with my mom and he got back in the car. So then I took him what seemed to be his house. So we stopped, and normally after you pull up to the person's destination, you know, they get out of the car. They say have a good day and they leave. That didn't happen. Instead, he sat there and he looked at me. And he was giving me a look that made me so uncomfortable that I started thinking to myself everything that could go wrong in the next 30 seconds. Sitting here thinking like, oh, this is the day. Like, this is about to go down. Like, this is the day, this is the last day that I'm talking to my parents, that I'm seeing my family. Like, this is the last day I get to go to school. So I was on guard. I was like, oh my gosh, like, what's going on? So he looking at me. I'm looking at him. He's still looking at me. Like, this is a staring contest. And if you break first, you might be done for. So I'm looking and I'm like, okay, you have to get out of my car now. Like, your ride has ended. And I didn't mean to seem pushy or rude, but the trip is over. Like, I don't get money for you just sitting in my car, looking at me, making me uncomfortable. And that's time being wasted where there could have been another ride request coming through. That I could have missed somebody that's money for me out my pocket, and they had to wait an extra time for somebody to come pick them up. So I'm saying like, okay, you have to get out of my car. And he's still just looking at me. And I'm like,
No.
like, what do you do? What do I do? And so after I say, again, you need to get out my car, he says, okay, and proceeds to keep staring at me. At the time, I didn't have any of the tools I have now to be able to protect myself when I started Uber. Like, immediately after that situation in that car, in this story time, I went and got a bat. I had some pepper spray, and I even had a taser, because I was gonna be the victim. If something happened to me, something's gonna happen to you too. But that scared the mess out of me, and it made me really put that job in perspective to be like, is this something that I want to do, or do I stop now and do something different? But I continued. I did, and I enjoyed it more, and that was my only creepy encounter during Lyft. So it made me honestly forget about it. But I mean, obviously I didn't forget about it, but that's something that I felt made me stronger. I got suited up, and that's the tea. So that's my story time. That's my side. He might have a different side if he ever told the story, but that's my side, and that's my first story to tell you guys. And there will be much more to come, as this is only the second video of my channel. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying the first video, but hop on this one. Hop on this one. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe and push that bell notification. The bell notification will let you know when I post, and maybe watch me, maybe you don't, but why wouldn't you? Toodaloo!